Hello, my name is Brian Smith. I was born just after the Second World War, which means I've seen over 70 years of changing life here in England. It began when I was a young child, and I sometimes rode on the number 42 tram into Croydon with my mum. She and Dad had worked in London right through the war, the bombing and the doodlebugs, and they often talked about it at mealtimes, just reminiscing, you know. But I learned what it was like because I could see the bomb sites through the tram windows. When I was 11, I started school at Ealing. It was too far to walk, so I got a travel pass. It was for the central line of the London Underground. Ealing is on the Great Western Main Line, so we would see the West Country Express trains hurtling through in clouds of noise and steam. Through all that time, music on the radio sounded like this. This was the light programme. And if you wanted to listen to pop music, which I did when I became a teenager, you had to go and buy records. Here's a 1960s playlist. 8 songs without having to change the record. Then, in 1964, a ship off the south coast started broadcasting pop music. It was the first of the pirate radio ships. You cannot imagine the excitement for teenagers to have pop music broadcast across the airwaves. It hadn't been available before, except for Radio Luxembourg, which was only evenings and faded in and out with the weather. I went off to teach a training college in Worcester as the 1960s kicked in. The backdrop to our student years was the Beatles and British pop music, together with the surfing sounds from America. And it all culminated in 1967 with the Summer of Love. That was when I graduated as a primary school teacher. In 1971, our money changed. Out went pounds, shillings and pence, and in came decimal money. In 1980, the first PC was launched. A year later, I bought a ZX81. That decade, the 1980s, was as amazing as the 1960s. At the beginning, very few people had any idea what to do with a computer. By the end of the decade, it was a key component in the new national curriculum. I became an advisory teacher, a member of a team who supported schools in getting to grips with this new technology. The internet was a sort of online library. You could find pages and read them. I made a website. I'm retired now, but I haven't stopped. Into this melee came TikTok, and now I've discovered Ko-fi, and that's the stimulus for making this autobiographical video. Join me and come along for the ride. The future is a foreign land. They do things differently there.